as strange as it sounds, I'm doing this rush to complete a lot of paintings in the next 3 weeks for an art exhibition because I am tired. Painting is extremely regulating for me. It is something that increases my window of tolerance. And if you don't know what that is, I am going to talk to you about it today because it is extremely relevant for women who are in perimenopause, who have ADHD, who have anxiety, and some combination of all of those things. So, yeah, we're going to talk about it today. A favorite creator of mine, she's a palliative care doctor. Mortality motivation and just being aware that life is precious and short. That's a big part of my work and the way that I approach the world. I was watching her video recently and she was talking about the window of tolerance. And if I was going to explain to you why do I paint? Why am I coming to painting during this time where I'm struggling a bit? Where like I just feel exhausted and existentially tired. It's really what it comes down to is that painting is really regulating for my nervous system and it increases my window of tolerance. So she does a great job in that video explaining the window of tolerance, and it's a concept that I know from when I was doing cognitive behavioral therapy to help me with my anxiety. That was back in 2018 when I had an anxiety meltdown, which maybe I'll talk about sometime. But when I was seeing my therapist, she was teaching me about the window of tolerance and about how it's a window. In between is where you're regulated and where you are able to like roll with life, where you're able to like handle the bumps that happen. I probably have black on my face. The things that happen, the hard stuff. And when it's like your nervous system is like regulated really in the window of tolerance. And when you leave the window of tolerance because you are stressed out or whatever, like you're overwhelmed, you either can go up into like fight mode, essentially. It's called hyper arousal, like agitation, or hypo arousal. So you're like you go more like flight or freeze. So that's like the simplest way to explain it. But your window of tolerance changes over time. And I would say that especially during perimenopause, your window of tolerance probably gets a lot smaller unless you're doing things to support your body. It's like, as a person with ADHD, mine has gotten very small, very, very small during perimenopause until I started trying to do some things to support my mental health and my brain health and my body. But for me, my therapist at the time, Claire, she had me make a menu of ways that I could expand my window of tolerance. And the cool thing about that is basically the menu of things that like make me feel good. Those are nervous system regulating activities. When you make this menu, it's things that make you feel good. Now, some of these are like scientifically proven, right? Like going in nature, going for walks, listening to music. These all like help us feel better, right? But then there's things that are more personal to you, like having a slow cup of coffee, or painting or journaling. Those are all things that you can put on your menu to help you with your window of tolerance. And so for me, painting very much helps me regulate and helps me during times of overwhelm. And so that's why it's just perfect timing for me to have this exhibition, because honestly, I don't always do the thing that's good for me. A lot of times I push past my limits, and instead of doing that, this time I have this goal, which, like, you'd think it would make me stressed out. And talk to me a few days before this exhibition, and I'll be able to tell you if it makes me stressed out. But mostly, for me, as a person with ADHD, it's good for me to have a deadline, and it's especially good for me to have a deadline doing something that's so good for me, and basically like being forced during a season where I'm emotionally to have the excuse. I shouldn't have to have an excuse to paint, but just to have like a goal, to have a goal for painting that is going to help me stay on task and spend lots of hours, lose a lot of hours to this. So anyway, I'm curious, what helps you lose hours? What could you just do forever without noticing the time? Do you know? Do you know what it is? I know it's hard to set aside time for things like that, but it's a clue, right? It's a clue when there's something that just feels so fulfilling and so engaging that you can like lose time to it. And I mean, one of my things is lately is researching my Irish ancestry and my the Scottish part of that as well. So yeah, so it doesn't have to be like creative, but it can. Thanks for listening. I hope that you enjoy watching this process with me, and I will see you soon. If you want just some nervous system regulating videos, come watch me paint and listen to me talk at human speed. It's good for you. See you later. I'm Andy. I'm just reminding you to find the beauty wherever you can in your life today.